Howdy folks, I've been wondering if I can beat the post-game content in my previous Pokemon challenges. So, let's go do that. Now, how about we start out with Sun and Moon with Butterfree and Misdreavus. We're going to be doing the Ultra Beast catching here. The first part of this challenge is to fight Annabelle. Affection dies fairly quickly due to the Snorlax having Crunch though. Meanwhile, B-Wing toughed it out twice in the next attempt, but it seems it was still asleep because Yawn sucks. Now I can see B-Wing having a decent chance here if Salamence misses its Fire Fang again, but the AI is being annoying now by not using Yawn now that I put on a berry that will cure it. Cheating pricks. So, let's check back in on Affection, who just got a few level ups while B-Wing was dying a lot. Ah, sweet, she just massacred Annabelle's team. Now how about you, B-Wing? What are you doing? Oh. Well, I take Affection on over to see Wick and get the Beast Balls. After that, I head back to Annabelle. Now I'm told to go and finish a mission by catching a Nihilego. So I chuck a Beast Ball at it and catch it first try. After that, I'm told to head to Route 2 to meet with Looker again. Now I'm told about an Ultra Beast that's lurking in Verdant Cave, so I go in there and catch it immediately. I head back to Looker, but he tells me I need 4 of them. So I guess I'm gonna go catch those guys now. After reporting back to Looker, I'm sent back to the Akala region. Now here I actually get to do something interesting, and that interesting thing is to absolutely crush Mina in a battle. Her team did not stand a chance. I practically just spammed Calm Mind and then took out her entire team with Shadow Balls. How about you, B-Wing? Still fighting Annabelle? Okay dude, keep trying. I'm sure you'll do it. Well, let's see how Affection's doing. Not too well, because the one I'm hunting now escaped its Beast Ball and deals a lot of damage with its attacks. Well, let's try again. And I finally catch it, and that was pretty annoying. Oh well, let's continue on to the next part. I get to Ula Ula and catch a Celesteela, but it takes quite a bit. Thankfully, the second one only took a single Beast Ball. After that, I head back on over to the Seafolk Village for the final part of this post-game. It's time to fight Nanu, and this is a complication. His fight's pretty tough, especially considering that, Affection is kinda weak to dark types, and that's what Nanu specializes in. Also, his Sableye knows Toxic. That's gonna be fun. Now I bite the bullet and level Affection to 100. This attempt, Sableye still survives, and I get killed by his Crocodile. Next attempt, it goes a bit better, but Persian kills with a Z-move. I honestly don't think Affection can survive this. How about we see what B-Wing's been up to? Ah, still exploding, I see. I say let's let Affection rest for a bit while we take Melia the Froslass out a bit for the Ultra Beast and Rainbow Rocket things. After catching 2 Ultra Beasts, Sophocles heads to my house and tells me to do things. After I do those things, which are kinda boring, I head on over to the Ether Paradise. Now I go into this base and beat up just a ton of grunts. Then I head on over to the first team leader, and that just so happens to be Archie. The fight goes pretty great, I kick his team's butts, but when I get to his Kyogre, it crits on a Hydro Pump. I think I can win this, so I head right back in. Now, it's in this fight that I realize I probably don't stand a chance due to the fact that it didn't matter if it was a crit, his Kyogre still would have killed me with a Hydro Pump anyways. That's always fun to find out. How about you, B-Wing? You gotta outfly your opponents, not get shot down by them. Something tells me that I can't beat Archie with Melia, then Maxie is gonna be impossible. Now, I have an idea of what Challenge Run team might actually be able to complete their post-game. But how about now we check up on someone who has pretty much a 0% chance to complete their post-game. I'm not too knowledgeable of the Black and White post-games and the Black and White 2 post-games because, I haven't really done them. But there are 2 things that I know that can be done there. A rematch against your rival, and the fight with Cynthia. So those 2 things are what I'm gonna end up attempting with Emolga. So, I get my button gear and fly on over to Undella Town with Pandoria and prepare to fight Cynthia and Hugh. I lose attempt 1 because I tried to double team with Emboar. Man, that was a pretty terrible idea. Next time, I set up my double teams against Pheasant and oh geez, it was a massacre. Now if Cynthia has a Pokemon that I can set up against, I might actually stand a little bit of a chance. So, let's get right in there. Now I try setting up against Spiritomb, but it puts Pandoria to sleep. Thankfully, I'm able to finish setting up against it, and kill it with 2 Acrobatics. Up next is Milotic, who takes a Thunderbolt and an Acrobatics. Her next Pokemon all fall to Acrobatics, even her Garchomp. And finally, her Togetic is there, leaving me actually wondering if this is gonna happen first try. I one-shot it with a Thunderbolt and the battle is over. I beat Cynthia with only 1 Emolga that wasn't even level 100. It was around level 96 when I actually went in. I kinda thought this fight would be a lot harder, considering, the Cynthia fight in the post-game, and all the Pokemon are fairly high leveled. Oh well. Now with that one success, I'd say it's time to see if I can get a second. Let's see if Gardevoir and Gallade can get me through the Delta episode of Omega Ruby. Nah, this is gonna be a bit shorter than I expected, because, I didn't expect to run into those 2 brick walls almost immediately. I start by walking outside of my house and meet a girl named Zinnia. And then Brendan tells me that his keystone has been stolen. Now thankfully, since this is Omega Ruby, I don't actually need the Fly TM because I just have the Eon Flute. Now it seems that the person who stole it was Courtney. Steven then wants me to head on over to the Devon headquarters. After talking there, I'm told to head to the Granite Cave to see Zinnia again, and she wants to battle me, and let me tell you, this battle, it was, underwhelming. I nearly one-shot her entire team of only 3 Dragon types using Draining Kiss. After that, I head on over to Meteor Falls and learn about Rayquaza. After that, I return to Restboro and beat up some Magma Grunts, and then head on over to Moss Deep where I get into a horde battle against the Grunts. Now, Shulk gets intimidated a whole lot, so I swap to Fiora. She does get kind of beat up here, but then one of them actually uses Roar and sends Shulk right back out. Thanks for saving me a turn, I guess. He then uses Earthquake, and, yeah, you can probably guess how that goes. They all felt like dominoes. Next up is a double battle against Courtney, where she just kind of murders Shulk and nearly kills Fiora. Man, that was fun. Now after that, I head back on over to the Magma Hideout and accidentally make Fiora forget Psychic. At least I have access to the move reminder now. On the topic of things I can do now, I can go and grab the Gardevoir and Verdant. Still can't get the Gallade until after the Delta episode though, so no Mega Gallade since you can only get it after beating the Delta episode. Now then, it's time to storm the Magma Base. Again. Now here, Zinnia steals Maxie's Keystone and he gives me his camera update. Then I go and head back to the Space Center. Next up, I have to take out Wallace. Again. Now here I head up the tower and learn about Zinnia and the Meteor and history. After that, I Master Ball Rayquaza and name him Steak Mouth, and after that I fight Zinnia where I swap to Fiora and Mega Evolve her. I sweep her team with Moonblast. Next up is a pretty cool cutscene where Rayquaza takes me higher because I'm the king of the sky. But I think we're flying too fast and probably flying too high. But after that we do end up in space, so I guess it's time to fight Deoxys. Now I swap into Tentacruel so I can not have Fiora or Shulk take damage, but it spends around 12 turns doing absolutely nothing but recovering or cosmic powering. Now while I would want to evolve Fiora here, I can't because Rayquaza is forced to be a Mega in this fight, so that really sucks. It doesn't matter anyways though. Fiora 2-shots Deoxys. And with that, I have beaten Pokemon Omega Ruby's Delta episode with Gardevoir and Gallade. Now, after all of that, let's check back in on B-Wing. Alright, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon Challenge videos like this. Thank you for watching and have a great day.